Greetings, the Hijabi Gamer here, and something that just occurred to me. So, recently, a show that normally I would never watch and would never be of interest of me, and I have no intention of looking it up, but I happened to notice it at work. There was no volume, something called Drew. It's about a woman. I noticed she was carving pumpkins, I think, at one point. But something about it caught my eye, and that was the live studio audience. So during the show, they would sometimes, the camera would roll over the audience. And what stood out to me was every single person in these stands was wearing the same yellow face covering. Now, I gotta be very careful because YouTube doesn't like it when people speak up about this, but it creeped me out. Seeing this small group of people all sitting together, every single one of them in this identical face covering. You couldn't see their faces, and they were all the same, and it reminded me of something out of a science fiction dystopia. Everyone the same. Everyone's face hidden. No identity. And it was just very creepy. And when you're at work and you're very busy, you don't really, especially if you're doing work like you're looking for a specific product, you're doing customer orders, you're really not paying attention to the people, so it flies right over you. But lately I've been looking at the people around me, and it's like living in that creepy, you can't see people's faces anymore. Now, I know a lot of people have pointed out that this is about control, and reminding you constantly that things are not back to normal, and you have no say, and it's just a constant reminder that, well, they're in control. But there's something else about everything that's going on that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. And that is how much they are killing our identities. They are killing what makes us unique. You can't see people's faces anymore. You can't see that thing that makes each one of us different. Our faces. It suddenly occurred to me that someone who I work with, I consider him a friend. I don't see him very often. He only comes to the store about once or twice a month, maybe 3 times, usually a little more during the holidays. The guy from Nintendo. And he's one of the few people who visits the store who I will spend a half an hour just talking video games with. And it suddenly occurred to me that I haven't seen his face in over a year. That if I were to run into him on the street without his uniform shirt, I probably would not recognize him because I've forgotten what his face looks like. Someone I consider a friend more or less, and I can't remember what his face looks like. I've passed people that I know well without realizing who they are. A guy that I used to work with who I hadn't seen in a couple of months, I'd worked with for years and considered a good friend, stopped by recently, and I didn't recognize him with his face covered. It isn't just about control. They are killing what makes us unique. What identifies us. Everyone is the same. Every face is hidden. I miss seeing people smile, laugh, just seeing people's faces. Walking by people you've known for years and you don't recognize them because you can't see their faces anymore. And I'm an adult, and it's starting to actually creep me out. The more I find myself surrounded by these blank, empty faces, the more creepy it becomes. I pass 2 elementary schools on my way home, and can you imagine what it must be like to be a child? You can't see the faces of your friends, your teachers. You spend 8 hours and you don't see anybody's face. You don't see their emotions anymore. If they're happy, if they're sad, if they're angry. You don't remember what they look like anymore? Hidden behind this piece of cloth? Can you imagine what it must be doing to them? Because I know it's messing with me, and I'm an adult. people are no longer unique. We're all just eyes behind a shield. And the fact that it's becoming normalized, where it's almost like, oh, how could you even consider removing that? Oh my God, you're not normal. You're the non-trendy one. You're the one who's dirty or disgusting because you dared question it. And I just, I'll admit it. Reading people's emotions is not one of my strongest, traits. But when you can't see their faces, it's even harder to tell what's going on behind those eyes because you can't see the person anymore. I miss people's faces. I miss seeing people smile. We're surrounded now by, just like I said, these blank, hidden faces with eyes staring out from behind the cloth. And it's sad. And that nobody is questioning it. The people have stopped saying, maybe we need to do something. This isn't living. This isn't life. This isn't how human beings are meant to be. Where you can't see a person's face anymore. And it's depressing. It's saddening. It's creepy. I feel like I'm living in a dystopia where everyone is the same now. What's the next step? They've already killed our unique identity. They're taking away what makes each one of us different. Did anybody pause and think about that? Your face, people can have similar builds, but your face is yours. And they're taking that away. And now you see it in ads, you see it everywhere, and people are just normalizing it, when this shouldn't be the normal. When every day people should be saying, okay, when are we going to stop? This isn't living. And this isn't how humans are meant to be. There's a reason. I don't know. I needed to say something because, like I said, it's like we're living in a creepy dystopia where people are no longer individuals. We're all eyes from behind a cloth covering. And it isn't the discomfort. It's sad. And I just wanted to put it out there. Let's see how fast before YouTube bans me for this one. And yeah, I know the reasons. Just thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the tower.